So joining me now at Ghorfa's 26th Arab-German Business Forum from the investment bank Lincoln International is their managing director, Friedrich Bieselt. Thank you very much for taking the time.
Hey, good morning, Stephanie. Thank you very much for having me here and the entire Ghorfa organization. I think it's a really interesting event. Germany and the Arab world need to refine the understanding and the business relationships, and that is an absolutely good opportunity for doing so.
Which services coming to business relationship does Lincoln offer to customers in the Arab world?
Well, we have customers predominantly in Western Europe and in North America, and what we do, we do investment banking services for large corporations or for private equity funds, where we basically sell either parts of large corporations or we sell portfolio companies of private equity funds. And we always are being confronted with the question, can we attract also Arabian money or Arabian investors to Germany, to Western Europe? And how to do it? It is becoming an art because there are different expectations on either side.
So you're the ones with the connections, basically, right?
We are the connections and we are the bridge makers. We are trying to find rationales for convincing people to actually engage in a transaction, in finding reasons for themselves. In the GCC, for instance, they have a very young population. So when we go there and say, well, we want to sell you something, they say, well, what can you offer to us in the region? Can you, when we invest in some company in Western Europe or in Germany, can you then build factories here or research centers or give us some kind of knowledge transfers? And to find out where there is an opportunity to realize these kind of transactions, that is something which is challenging, but also, let's say, intellectually or business-wise, very attractive.
So just money isn't enough, I summarize. Can you tell me what are the greatest difficulties when it comes to M&As that Lincoln can help with?
The difficulties is simply timing. When we are being asked by a large professional organization to I don't know, divest certain parts of their business, they have very determined timelines in mind, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, and then the thing should be done. You don't have the time to then travel and build the relationships that probably will be necessary in order to attract investors from the Arab world. So we try to take a very long-term view on it by participating also here in the networking in Ghorfa, and in order to then, not on a daily basis, but over long-term realize contacts and enter transactions.
And beyond what you described before, do you think the requirements for investments and business have changed in the last years?
Well, the requirements is probably what also Dr. Ramsauer said earlier about, let's say, regulations and whether you can actually transfer knowledge. That is very much skewed towards, let's say, our governments and our regulations and protection. And on the other hand, we believe that it is really the question how the Arab world allocates money in Western Europe, and I think that does not anymore happen only by direct investments in firms, but via other funds. So they are acting as fund investors and have the private equity funds invest for them instead of engaging into the tiresome marketing and due diligence efforts.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Friedrich Bieselt von Lincoln International. Thank you.
Thank you, Stefan. Thank you.